hello. Welcome back to Laugh Often. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Michelle, your host. Today we have the band Simple Reality,
Yes.
Matt and Brooke. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Hey. Thanks for having us, Michelle.
Yeah.
Of course. So I rented out a studio for the hour. This is the
Yes.
first time I'm in like an official podcast studio.
Ooh.
Never recorded with multiple mics before. This is so cool.
Wow. This really is so cool.
This is going to be fun.
This is just
I'm so
legendary
excited.
already.
We're already having so
Like
much
it is,
fun.
right?
Yeah. So if their voices sound familiar,
Yeah.
you would be correct because they were on a podcast episode a long time ago. One of my first episodes, I was doing an episode with my friend Mia reviewing Pete Davidson's Turbo Fonzarelli Netflix special. And they did like a mini interview, and I played a clip of their song Poser from Spotify, and I did a little mini interview. So everyone go check that out in the old podcast archives all the way at the beginning. That was super fun. So
It was so
Oh,
fun.
yeah,
It was
that
so-
was amazing.
Yeah, it was so great to come on then too.
And now we're here in person with you.
yeah.
So this is really,
Our excitement's unreal.
yeah, it's
right?
crazy. It's through the roof.
I know.
Yeah. Very cool. So you guys know Emmy. That's how I know you guys. You guys know Emmy, right?
Yes.
How'd you meet Emmy?
How did we meet Emmy? Let's see.
Wait, how did we meet?
Emmy was ended up being at like the first like open mic thing we ever did, right? Because of our friend Chloe, who was there, right? I feel like you could expand that better than I
Yeah.
can. I'm
That's
chopping
right,
it
at
up.
the Velvet
Mhm.
Lounge
Yeah.
in on Long Island.
Yeah.
Which isn't really there anymore. It's something else now.
I think so, yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
yeah, through Chloe
Nice.
Chloe.
and Julio
Shout out Chloe.
Yes.
and then Emmy. So Emmy's the best.
Emmy's the
Yeah.
coolest.
Chloe's the best. Julio's the best.
Oh my god,
So,
they all are.
Everyone I just said.
I know.
Yeah.
And now we're here. Now we know you. So this is
I know.
like
It's like just full circle.
you never
right?
know
Is
where
that
it's
right?
gonna lead.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
I know.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
know.
Matt, if you just want to go talk a little bit more into your mic, I just want to make sure we're
Oh, yeah.
catching you. Yeah.
do
Now I
that.
can hear you.
Oh, okay, good.
And I was just saying to them, I like to edit the
Boom.
least amount possible on podcasts, make it natural. So we're
Yeah.
gonna keep it all in,
yeah.
guys.
It's like if I'm not by the mic, we keep it in. You know?
Matt's-
Come on, we keep that natural.
Matt's drifting from the mic.
Yeah, I started
Just
sliding.
want to note that I'm right on it.
Yeah, no,
Matt-
good. I thought I had it perfect, but now I'm like, oh no.
He's just
No,
leaning back.
you're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
I'm way back here.
Yeah. So we got Matt and Brooke here. Thank you
Yes.
guys. How was the traffic? Tell me.
Oh,
Real talk.
Oh
real
my
talk,
God,
let's
it
see.
sucked.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, always sucks.
And we thought it was gonna be fine, and like we should know that it's not gonna be ever. It's never been good. Like
Then I make a wrong turn. I pretend Brooke should know that I made a
Yeah.
wrong turn. I'm like, come on. you
Matt
know,
was
it's a
like
whole
he
thing.
hit the wheel. He's like, damn
Yeah.
it. I'm like,
and then we were like
Then we
20
were
early
kinda
enough, so
fighting.
it wasn't a problem. But you know,
yeah.
yeah, you know.
traffic
So
standard is
a classic leave from Long Island. I'd say that's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just, every time you do it, right? We're like, we cannot do this.
I know.
again,
Then we're
leaving
like,
Long
should we
Island,
like never do this again?
Yeah.
And then somehow you do it again. I don't know. It's
But
one of
it's
those
always
things.
worth it, like
Yeah.
to come here.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah, whenever I go visit Emmy in Long Island, it's always like horrible with the traffic. But I did find if you leave at the right time, it could take like, 3.5 hours to get to Long Island, or it could take an hour,
Yeah.
depending on when you
Yeah.
leave.
It's
I
crazy.
know. I don't know how that is, right? It's
I
so weird that
know,
the
it's just like,
traffic can
why?
vary that much, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a
let's
good
all
time.
just
And you're like,
stop.
guess not. You're sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So one time, I think it was in high school when I went to visit Emmy, I was with my dad and we were driving down. It was one of those overpasses because they have like them all over the place, like when you're going like I think into the city and then into Long Island from New Jersey. And there was this like 24-wheeler truck that was driving in the left lane.
Oh.
And he went, he was moving lanes, and my dad was driving like a sedan car, and he literally caught us in the crossfire.
Oh.
And he rammed right into us, and it was he like crunched the back of the car, and like I was in the passenger seat, my dad was in the driver's seat. We were unscathed, thank God. But that was such a crazy experience. Like. Yeah, it was kind of, I don't want to say it was like a near death experience, but like, I was like, whoa, this is scary, you know?
Whoa.
So that like really scared me. And then I took a break from Long Island, but now I'm back on it.
I mean,
Yeah, now I'm back on the roads.
that definitely warrants a break.
It's a
for a
well-deserved
while. I would
break,
never
right?
go
yeah,
back.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's always like the fear. You see the trucks like going like 100 miles per hour, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, right?
You had it. You
Yeah,
had the
like,
story.
Today there was a couple trucks flying on the bridge. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
they were
what?
going
They're
for it
beeping
on
at
the
people,
Verrazano.
telling people to
Yeah.
move over. I'm like, should you really be going 100 on this bridge? I don't know. I guess they should. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess they're confident behind the wheel.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Then
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're okay.
know, yeah,
Yes,
really.
thank you.
Yeah, that's-
Unscathed,
yeah,
really, really
unscathed.
crazy, honestly.
Yeah, it's,
You have the story to tell.
you do.
but-
It's hard to get
Yeah.
over that, right? But now you're like, okay, you're
Yeah.
back. you know?
Yeah, all good now.
I
Yeah.
Yay.
So, what genre for the listener? What genre of music would you guys say that you create?
Oh my god, I have no idea.
It's
Like
funny,
what do you call it?
I don't know.
We
like,
keep talking about this.
I mean, people always tell us punk, but it is interesting because that wasn't
Mhm.
like the intention of it. We really
No.
didn't have an intention. We're like, whatever we can make is what we're gonna do. Or like we tried a bunch of things before, but
Yeah.
it didn't work, right? So then we ended up making something that we're doing now, which I don't know. I don't know what you call it specifically. But,
Yeah,
you know,
like
it's one of
Mhm.
those things.
Freeform punk, I feel like is the latest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
what I've been saying. I've been
Oh.
saying freeform rock too,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but I still don't know if it fully captures the essence of the music.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's a tough one because it's
Mhm.
just so different.
And we have some like newer songs that we're making, which
Yeah,
might
which
be
is a bit of a different
little
sound.
different. Yeah. Like I mean, still captures the same what we've done, but
Yeah.
it has a different vibe. So I wonder if that'll feel a little different than the punk people have said, or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
interested to keep seeing what people say.
Yeah,
Mhm.
me too.
So anyone who's listening to this, let
Yeah,
us
if you're
know
listening.
what genre you think our music is.
Yeah.
Personally tell us.
Yeah, personally
'cause
tell us.
It could be the winner.
Yeah, it could be the winner.
I don't
Just
feel like it has a
have
genre.
a lot of good theories so far.
Well, I was asking because I feel like you guys kind of made your own genre in a way because of how unique it sounds. Yeah, no, I
Wow.
really think so.
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
It means so much to
Oh,
us.
you're welcome.
Yeah, it does mean a lot to hear that coming from you, especially.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
for
you.
real.
So what is freeform punk? I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know what it like.
to
Well,
say.
it's a thing, right? Well, no, freeform punk's not a
Is
thing.
that a thing? I don't know.
We're
Like,
getting that from freeform jazz.
Yeah.
Someone was
Oh.
saying like
Yeah.
Mhm.
freeform jazz has those elements where
Yeah.
you, right? It's just off the feeling, and you start
Mhm.
playing, and whatever comes, and like there's no very
Oh.
tight structure.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely see that
Is that
from you guys.
right?
Yes,
Seems
yes.
like when you first listen, you're kind of like, what is that? Right? When you hear that
Yeah.
kind of thing, you're like,
Mhm.
I don't know. And then if you do listen enough, you're like, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm seeing something there.
Yeah.
first listen, you're
Yeah,
like,
or
that's not what I'm
even
used to.
our mom said the other day, she's
Yeah.
like, I always think I know where these songs are gonna go
Mhm.
Yeah.
when you guys are playing, and then I don't, and it goes somewhere else. Like, so yeah, I think that's
Mhm.
the
Yeah, that's a good-
free form part of it, right?
Yeah, right. You're not following
Or at
that
least, you know what? Maybe I'm
structure.
just speaking for myself. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because do you call it that?
What, our stuff
Free form? I
punk?
guess like I play very. Is the whole point I'm playing is to be free
Yeah.
Mhm.
through it.
I
So I don't
like,
know. Yeah.
I don't know what I would call it. Like I said, I've kind of, in a way, I guess I've let people say what they think it is, or like,
Mhm.
I guess punk or rock was the kind of the thing,
Mhm.
but I never thought about it that much. So I don't know if I'd be able to say exactly what
Mhm.
genre I could classify it as, but I like the
Yeah.
free form idea of that. It seems to
Yeah, I think
mold
we're
pretty
onto
well.
it.
That's
Mhm.
we're getting
What would
closer
you
now.
call it?
Yeah, yeah. What do you?
What would you
what
say?
do you got?
What'd you like?
Honestly,
what
so
would you name it?
I honestly was not really so familiar with punk.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm definitely not the expert to say.
Ah,
But
fair
you
enough.
are the
I think
expert.
it sounds good. That's
Okay.
what I would say. I think it sounds great. I think your
Thank you, yeah.
your music sounds good. But no, I really what I said before. I think it's your own
It's its
genre.
own
You're
thing.
really kind of getting into your own genre, right? Kind of like Billie Eilish, right? She has like her own like
Yeah,
style, right? Like the
Yeah,
whispering and
right,
everything.
right.
That's so different. I feel like that's really how to become successful like as a musician is you really want
Yeah.
to stand out and be different. And it's so hard, but I feel like you guys definitely got that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks
no, that's so
again,
cool.
really. Yeah, it
Yeah.
means so
It
much.
means a lot.
Aw.
It does.
And
You're
yeah,
welcome.
I mean, I guess it's better to not
Yeah.
know the genre.
Yeah, yeah. It's an advantage. I
Than to
guess,
fit
right?
really tightly into one.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Maybe
that's
the
my
goal.
opinion.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you guys are obviously punk, or you're obviously
Yeah.
rock, or You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
fun, yeah, to sometimes not
More.
people be like, oh, I don't know, it's its own thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
But
Fun.
again,
Pretty
not
cool.
not like we tried to do
Mhm.
No,
that.
not what we were
It's
like
just the
going
only
for.
way
Yeah, we're just like,
we
this
knew how
sounds
to
good.
do it.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So, also just for the listener, let us know what instruments you guys play in the band.
Yeah. Okay, so I play guitar and then I sing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is
Hey.
Brooke talking, and I play the drums, and that's it. That's all I do.
I should have said it was Matt before, but I don't know why I assumed the listener would know. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Matt does the double role of vocals too. and
somehow,
guitar.
right? Somehow that works out now.
But I'm all drums.
Nice.
Yeah.
All drums.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
And how long have you guys been making music?
Let's see. I guess, what have we been going with, 4 years?
I think
would
that's what
say-
we've been saying now,
I
right?
I mean, obviously being siblings, right? I guess we've
Mm-hmm.
played together when we were younger too, but I'd say
Mhm.
like 4 years really. We started doing it now, and that's been like kind of what Simple Reality's been about 4 years now, right? So I feel like, oh, maybe like 6 then, right? Because we did a little before starting.
Oh yeah.
band's like-
Has it been that long?
Well, I don't know, 5
Yeah.
maybe, a little bit before we were like officially like Simple
Yeah.
Reality, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
something like that.
Like yeah, that sounds right to
Yeah, I
me.
think so, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And how'd you guys get started? Like how was the band born?
Oh
Man,
man.
how was it born?
How
Well,
was it born?
I don't know. Well,
How am I in the band?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would be
know.
that's the first question. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm so happy I am. But how did it
Yeah.
happen?
I don't know. I guess I always wanted to play like in a band.
For
I
Matt's whole life.
tried- Yeah.
Like since he was like
Like
1 years old.
Oh yeah. I always wanted to do it, but I don't know. I never found bands to like get in or figure out how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did play with someone once, I think, but or maybe once or twice, but it was always like friends or someone I didn't know, and it was like, oh, it's not like
Mhm.
it didn't like gel. So then I told Brooke, oh, wait, you can play drums. She's like, nah, I don't play drums. And then,
I was like, but I don't play the
but
drums.
then you
so.
did. And you were like, wait. I was like, this is sick. I was like, you
Mhm.
can do it. And then you're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Then I got on there and I was like, well, let me just see if I can play because that'd be fun to like.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just joke around.
Yeah.
And then I started playing. I was like, wait, I'm
Mhm.
kind of feeling this.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drop everything that I was gonna do, and I'm gonna go all in and be the drummer.
Yeah.
And that
Nice.
is how I
That's how it happened.
got
right?
there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I know. Yeah. Then we
I
went from there.
know.
Then I guess after that, we thought maybe we were going to get like a full band. And then weren't you like,
yeah.
after a while, you're like, wait, you're just gonna have to sing because like otherwise we'll never get this like off the ground at all. So then I did and played the guitar
Yeah.
with it, and we
Mhm.
that's really I guess where we were like, okay, now we can begin, kind of, right?
Yeah, we were like
Mhm.
waiting to find a singer for a long
Mhm.
time, and then
Then we're like, wait, I'll just do it.
I don't know where that led us. I guess nowhere.
Nah, I don't know. We
I was
tried.
like, you can sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, yeah, all right.
Come on,
we'll,
Matt.
we'll give that a shot, right? Well,
Yeah.
that's been a fun
And then that's
journey
it.
too.
Now we're like happy with just us. We would never
No, yeah, we wouldn't
think
Yeah.
it's
someone now.
yeah keeps us
Yeah.
more. I don't know what's the word. Dialed in.
Yeah. I feel like it gets complicated when
Yeah, it
you
does,
there's
yeah.
too many people in the band. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
right.
the same ideas, same like
Yeah,
mentality.
And you
We-
guys are family.
yes, it makes it easier.
Yeah. Right.
Get someone
Totally.
else, and we're like, yeah, it's not
yeah.
the same.
So then when I
right?
tell Matt, you know what, I quit. I'm out.
Like,
and then I'm like,
and I'm like,
haha, just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we
it's
don't-
so reoccurring now. We're like,
yeah. Now it happens every
yeah.
other week, but
No, that's so
Yeah,
so
it's-
cool.
that's the
So-
advantage.
Yeah. How'd you guys come up with the name Simple Reality?
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
That is a fun one.
I was reading a book on
Mhm.
Buddhism,
Mhm.
so I think that
I don't
was
know why I'm
like
laughing. It's not funny. It's just like, I don't know.
how many years ago?
No.
That was probably like 6 years
That
ago.
probably was, yeah.
Mhm.
That I was
What,
just reading it.
2019,
And
give
then
or take?
I don't. Were you like? Were we on the phone saying like, oh, what should we? Let's make a band. If we have a name,
Yeah, I was like-
that'll make us like be a band. I don't even know if we were playing together yet. Were we?
I don't even think so. I don't think we even. Yeah, did I?
Well,
I
we
don't think
wanted
so.
a name. I felt like that was the first thing.
Yeah,
to
we
do.
needed that.
So I was just looking through the
Mhm.
pages of the book, of the Buddhism book, and then like finding words. I guess I read the whole thing already, so I was just going back into it, and I was
Mhm.
finding words that were like together
Mm-hmm.
that sounded cool or fit our what our track of what we thought the band was gonna be like.
Yeah, and then we pieced a couple
Yeah.
those two together.
And
we're
there
like,
was
yeah,
a big
that's cool.
list, and then I can't remember any of the other ones
Now,
on the list.
that one we went with right away.
right away, we're like simple
Mhm.
reality. Yeah.
Yeah, we went with
It must have said like it's a simple like there must have been a sentence like it's a simple reality in the
Mhm.
book.
And that brings up an interesting point because I
Yeah.
feel like when we did Simple Reality, we kind of thought of ourselves more like, I don't know what, but like that name and stuff we were thinking, definitely weren't thinking like, all right, yeah, this is like punk. 'Cause we're
No,
like,
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
like Simple Reality.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not at
Thinking more of
all.
that kind of thing. And then like, all of a sudden it's like, people are like, oh, this is like pure punk. We're like,
Yeah.
well, shit, okay.
It is.
Like, okay, then. We're like, well, then punk it is
Yeah.
for the moment.
Yeah. So then Simple Reality for punk is definitely also unique.
It is, yeah, that wasn't like the idea.
So
Mhm. Cool.
yeah.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the significance behind the phrase "and together we will beautify together"
Oh yeah.
on Spotify. I saw that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thanks
Little-
for
little deep
looking.
dive.
Thanks for
Deep dive,
checking
yes.
that.
Little deep
You're
dive.
The best.
I'm going to Brooke on this one.
Wait, really? I was gonna go to you.
What?
I'll take it. I'm ready for it.
No, it's such a good one.
Well, let's see. So our album is called Beautify My Time. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be the origins, right?
Yeah,
You think I'm onto it? Okay.
definitely the origins.
Beautify My Time came from BMT
Mhm.
because when we were growing up, our cats' names were Binks, Muncie, and Trixie. And then
Yeah.
something happened with BMT, so we liked that, and I was like, oh, let me see if I can think of words for that. And I came
Mhm.
up with Beautify My Time, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's like so perfect for the album. That was like a
Yeah.
long process, but I finally found that.
Cool.
And then I don't know, we're trying to play off that, right? And we're just
Yeah, we
finding ways to show the message of why we're playing.
Mhm.
And Matt talks a lot about inclusiveness. and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. So I think
I feel like it fits
Mhm.
that well.
it was inspired by you, really, too.
Oh,
And
yes.
right?
I feel like,
Because
yeah.
together, the way you talk on stage and
Yes.
how you bring people together.
Have we said that before? I don't even know. That might be like a new thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it
I mean, that might
now,
be new right
but
now
I
that
feel
we're
like
thinking
it's
about it.
true, right?
But I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Because together we will beautify. Like as
Yeah.
a whole, as a unit, we can all make each other's
Yeah.
lives beautiful.
Like for-
really.
yeah, and then, like,
the
everyone's
music is supposed to do that too, right?
Yeah, and I feel like for everyone, like,
Yeah.
beautifies our time, right? We kind of like, that's why we put our
Yeah.
grandparents on the cover of the album.
100%.
With
It's
it.
like a gratitude also
Yeah,
for other people
it is.
who make
Mhm.
your time
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love that.
Yes.
Thanks.
I love that. That's
That's a
awesome.
great way to
Yeah.
put it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you so
Nice.
much.
No, that's really cool. I love
Hey.
that. And then, so who writes the songs? Do you guys write them together? Walk me through that process.
Yeah, good
writes it?
question.
Well, let's see. Well, for the Beautify My Time album,
Mhm.
I feel like that one was split, or actually, Brooke even might have wrote
Yeah.
more of the 11 songs
Yeah.
than I did, and it's like kind of like it's not
Uh-huh.
really that much of a mix. It's either like you wrote it or I wrote it, right?
Yeah,
feel like it's-
totally. I think
Mhm.
that was a lot of
Yeah.
totally.
Which, if you listen to it, you could probably tell
Yeah, you listen to
which
it.
one is like that I
That
wrote,
one's
which
really
one
intense
Brooke wrote,
and
but-
like more
Yeah,
serious.
yeah.
And Matt's new ones that he's writing now are fun and
Yeah, like the new ones that are gonna come out. We decided, okay, I'll
and light.
go
yeah.
for these. So yeah, that'll be all
Yeah, yeah.
me.
Mhm.
But it's usually a mix that way.
Yeah,
right?
so now our style is Matt's writing the whole
Yeah,
thing,
you're-
and then I
Mhm.
just come in when it's completely finished, and I just make up the drums on the spot.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So it keeps it really fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that keeps going. But
Yeah, it should be good. I feel
yeah,
like it's gonna be fun. Otherwise, yeah, your lyrics and I'm putting the stuff to it, which is really cool because it's so unique too.
yeah,
right?
that's fun too.
It is.
Yeah. So, like, how do you come up with the lyrics? Because I've tried, well, I haven't tried that hard, but I've tried to write some songs, and it is so difficult.
Yeah, right.
How do you come up with the lyrics? Or do the lyrics have any like deep meaning, or is it just whatever sounds good, or is it a mix of both? Like, because some
Yeah.
artists have so much meaning behind their lyrics, others are like, it just sounds good, like together, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I feel like you're like, I don't even know, like you're more like the writer, right, as a person. So I feel like it's definitely a
Yeah.
different process, like the songs you've
Yeah,
written versus
like-
ones I've written.
Mm-hmm.
I love writing but mostly in like essay type format or in story form, and like
Yeah.
I like to use personal experiences or just like
Mm-hmm.
feelings that are just like splashing out onto the page,
Yeah.
right? Like you would say. But when it comes to lyrics, like that's the most challenging thing I think, to make it into a tune is like I feel like that's impossible. I don't know how Matt does that. Like you say those tunes just come, they're just like there,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I seem to have a lot in my head of just like tunes, but that's how it comes.
Yeah, and
like,
they're catchy. Like
Yeah,
I
like,
try to make a tune. I'm like, oh my god, it's not happening.
yeah, and I feel like it would kind of make sense because any of the songs you've written are more of like a story than the ones I do are like they they come to me like in the tune already. Like I find that the best for me is when the words come in a tune already, not like okay, I got words, I got to make a tune. It's like somehow the words already like they come out in a tune, and then I can put them together. I
Yeah.
feel like for the new stuff that's working out too, we're like it's just like the tune is coming with the word initially, so they both come at the same time rather than like okay, now I got to figure out what I'm saying because I don't really know what I'm gonna say.
You say it's not as much emphasis on each word, right?
No.
You talk about
Yeah, no.
Whereas when I write, it's like all about the words and like.
Yeah, the feeling of the whole thing together, I guess.
Yeah.
Be more how I would describe it for myself.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah. No, it's so challenging to have the lyrics put into like a song or a
Yeah,
melody.
it is, right?
I think I would do better like with just the writing part, but the
Yeah.
song part, that's what
Yeah, but and then
that's what seems impossible to me.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
and that's
I
what's
think you have to be born with that. No, I guess
Yeah.
can you learn that? That's just I'm not gonna learn it.
No,
so
I
I'm
think
gonna say
it comes
that.
it comes easier. You know, it's easier for certain people. I agree.
And that was interesting. Yeah, like I guess then putting like songs Brooke writes into a tune, that was a different process completely. Because then I'm like, okay, I gotta put this into a tune that I can sing. So that was different than like something that was already coming out as a tune. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Agreed.
So would you say that you guys are introverts or extroverts?
Extrovert, right?
Not me.
Oh,
You think?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were like looking at me like we're both extroverts.
Yeah, I was going for both. I was going for both of us.
I
but
immediately
then
was
I
like,
okay.
know.
Do you think I'm totally? You're
Oh,
definitely extrovert.
definitely, right?
That's like I agree with.
I thought that was a given, but then, I don't know. Are you 50-50?
I think I'm like 50-50, and that's a thing, right?
Mhm.
Like I hear people talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I definitely love being with people and exchanging time and experiences with them. But I definitely don't feel recharged like you would,
Like
which is what makes you an
like,
extrovert, right?
and people will say that their social battery gets like drained, and I'm always like, I don't feel, I don't know, I never really felt that, fully, even though I'm not always around.
Like I
people,
definitely
right?
could go to a cabin for like 3 months isolated and not see anyone, and then come back and be like, okay, now I'm ready to
and then you go back
hang out, and then then I'll go right back.
Yeah, I get more hyped up around people. I feel like.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So that's so cool because I definitely,
gonna say,
my
what?
social battery does drain.
It does.
Quite a lot,
Oh,
actually.
Yeah, okay, I've heard that a lot. Yeah, like from people. I'm like, I don't know that feeling. I don't know on that one. So I was like, it's interesting to hear
Not
like
mad.
you say that. Like,
Not mad. I've never seen him be drained.
no, I seem to get more hyped up around people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Do you
I don't
tend
know.
to get drained like when you're by yourself? Does that drain you?
I guess actually that's a good point. Yeah, it does. And sometimes, I'll just be like, I do not feel right now. If I'm like just like sitting by myself in my thoughts like for a real long time or that. But sometimes it's nice. But otherwise, I'm like, I can get more hyped, like spewing stuff out. So I guess I don't know. It's got to be people like that, right? No.
Oh, of course, of course. I
Yeah.
think I might be in like the people. Like I don't know how many. I guess there's a lot of introverts, but like I will sometimes rather stay home than like go out with a bunch of people, which is
Definitely.
like, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of podcasters sometimes are like low key introverted.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I think maybe because it's like these controlled conversations or something, or like it's like the session and then like I don't know.
That's interesting.
I was definitely more extroverted when I was younger, and now as I'm getting older, I feel like I'm more introverted. I get so much energy from being alone. It's like the weirdest thing.
Oh yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and I get so hyped up. I'm by
Right?
myself. I'm like, I'm ready, and then I go out like into the world. I'm like, wait, like,
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't ready. I gotta go back, recharge.
I guess I just like talking so much. So I'm like, if people are around, I'm like, I'm just gonna say stuff and just keep going and talking. So I guess
That's interesting.
That seems to recharge me. The more I speak, the more I am. But gotta watch out for that because then you come off as like, ooh, is that a little rude? You're just like, spewing stuff at people all the time. So I gotta dial myself back sometimes. To be like, okay, like I can listen to things too. I'm not just, I don't always throw stuff out.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And you're like, well,
I'm like,
say
Matt,
stuff
just
that's not
stop
like,
speaking.
You're like, I only say stuff like more if it's important, right? I'm
Yeah,
like,
I only
what?
like to talk if it's like I'm really meaningful to me.
Gotcha.
Or like,
And I'll just say
something
just
like
anything I feel like that I'm like thinking about. I'm like, I'm gonna say that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Like, you know those memes where like someone's at a party and like they go into the bathroom and they're like, like that's low key me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you have to do it.
And then I come back up, hi, you know.
Yes. Like I'm back. Here we go.
No one knows the thing.
But like it's not a knock at anyone. Like I
Right,
enjoy hanging out with people. It's just I don't know. It's just like part of my personality. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I don't even always enjoy hanging out with people, which is the interesting part. But I can always just like hang out and talk and do that. Like,
you could always like turn it on.
Yes,
like you're like, let's
yeah,
go.
it's just
stuff like
on.
this. I'm just like, yes, I'm ready to just keep saying stuff.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So being introverted or extroverted, does that affect your music or performance in any way, would you say?
Yeah.
Personality
I
wise?
feel like, yeah, right?
That's such a cool question.
I would say that it must affect, because the extrovert style, I really like focusing on the show. And that's my like favorite part of the music. I feel like why I wanted to do music was for the live show. Like, and like not even as much like, oh, the recording, this or that, but the or even like, oh, what songs I would make. I wanted like that live show experience. I always wanted to like get that and like see what I could do with the crowd and like feel the energy off other people, I guess, with that. So I feel like that's where the extrovert comes in. Like I really like studying that and seeing what I can do with any, given crowd, depending on a show or what, it is.
Yeah.
And I would say yours is probably different.
Yeah, Matt's always talking about the performance.
Yeah.
Which is like, you were just saying, right? That's why you do this.
That's why
the entirety of why you want to do it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wait, I forgot my love for music is entirely the idea of the live performance and being able to front a show and like have the energy run through you then to other people, right? And be like, I'm giving you that.
Yeah.
Which has got to be totally on the extroverted side of things, right?
Yeah. Like, I really want to know what the crowd's doing and what like where everyone is. Like I really like to do that. Like while I'm singing or playing, I'm like, I really want to know what's going on and what adjustments I can make on the go. Not like, all right, I'm in this doing my own thing, and you guys can see it. I'm like, I really want to be involved in that too. So
yeah, and that's not as natural like to me at all. The performance part of it and the love of that.
Yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't come easy. The performance,
I think I definitely enjoy the creative aspect more, and like definitely like seeing things and pulling it from my soul and into my mind and out onto paper in the drumming form or in music, and then seeing how that all comes together and how I do love seeing how it can bring people together at the same time. But
I guess that could make sense if like other people can be draining. I could see that being the case. Like, oh man, then performing is like it's so much of other people, right? It's like, oh, if I can
do you feel like it's hard to go out there and
like it's so weird because I feel like I look for it more like performing as like a euphoric like high to perform. I get more of that energy, but like performing and doing like spins and turns and like I don't do any of that. Like I feel like you could always tell who's introverted and who's extroverted because the extroverted person's gonna be like lying on the bar and like kicking their legs up and singing and twirling and
you're like this
but
singing.
I'm just like standing like this, like doing nothing, just just like staring at everyone. So yeah, I wouldn't say that it's so much stage fright. I think it's like different because I still do have a little bit of stage fright. Like I get a little bit nervous going up there, but I would say it's different from stage fright. Like it's not the same thing. It's just I don't have that desire to like. I like like how Taylor Swift just goes up there and does all these crazy tricks and like gets everybody engaged. Like I don't have that in me, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like I don't have that desire.
And you're like such a great singer too, which I
thank you.
Amazing.
Sometimes I feel like
Shout
too
out.
when you have that, sometimes you don't need so much of that like performance energy. I mean, obviously different, but if you have so much of that, it's like I don't know, like your voice says it all, without having to be like like doing all these things, right?
That's why me and Matt's performance is through the roof. We're crazy.
Like I feel like if I had a voice like say like like yours, then I'd be able to like, okay, I'm focusing more on this. I'm like, the guitar's like doing something. I'm saying whatever. I don't know what key or this or that is in. I'm just like, but then that's why you can, run around like doing this because you're just like doing your own thing, right? You're right, like, what's up? Then you're like pointing at people. You're like, come on.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I just think if if you have that, you're like, oh well, you can say it all through your voice, right?
So thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
thank you.
Especially when you can sing so well like that,
Oh, thank you.
Like, you don't need all the extras.
Yeah. I am just like looking at the soundboard right now. If you could just pull your mic just a little bit
closer. I'm getting fired up. Here we go.
Matt, once again, I just want to announce Matt was away from the mic.
I know. You know what it is? I must move around as I go.
Or you know what? Maybe try pushing it up a little bit.
Maybe that's why.
And then you'll just be closer if it's higher.
Well, here we go. Let's see. Have you guys been hearing me? Yeah, right. But it's just like
yeah. I've been hearing you. You know what? I could be totally wrong. I'm
no. I'm assuming you're totally right.
I could. I'm not. We don't have any technical people here. I'm definitely not good at the technical stuff. So
yeah. You know what it is?
I hope Matt's just muted the whole time. It's just like gaps.
Yeah. I don't mean to be picking on you.
No, because sometimes I'm here. Sometimes now I'm here.
That's part of your extra.
It's the extrovert stuff.
I'm like, like your voice just like moves around, right? Otherwise, I don't know. Like I think Brooke's in more of a. There's one position. There's not so much going on.
Yeah,
right.
I'm more stiff though. So
I've been sitting up, jumping around.
That's true. You haven't. Yeah. But it's the vibe, you know.
And then I don't know. I'm flexing all of a sudden.
Got the cheese barn. He's repping the cheese barn.
Ashland, Ohio.
Oh.
Kind of looks like me, right?
It totally does with the cheese under his arm.
Yeah.
And you love cheese.
It might not be the most flattering shirt ever, but it's pretty good.
No, you're good. But you know what's great? So I'm not used to like recording with multiple mics. That's why I'm probably just being a little cuckoo with the mics. But I only have really like when I record podcasts, I literally just do voice memos on my phone.
Really?
And just put it in the center, and I'm like, everybody talk.
Oh, that's great.
That's it.
It always comes off
so like
well.
all this is so like
it's just so cool.
new to me.
Weird.
This is so new.
This is top notch.
Yeah. Or I have one mic that I like put in my laptop and that's it. Like if I do a solo episode. Do you guys like solo episodes or interviews better? What do you guys prefer when you listen to podcasts? Ooh. I mean, I know it's different depending on the subject, but
I guess I would say interviews. I think it's cool to see the interaction between two people. I guess I would go with that. I think that's cool, like to see that with podcasts, right? If I'm gonna listen, it's cool to hear the difference. But I don't know, solo's good too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you're really connected to the person.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not a huge podcast listener.
Really?
Though I love yours.
Yeah.
And I listen to it.
Oh, thank you.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
So do you prefer music over podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I guess same in that way too. Yeah, I try to like I don't listen to as many either, but I should be listening to more is really what
I know. I don't know. Is that just a thing too? Like you just naturally are drawn to one or the other?
I think so.
Do you think you have a 50-50 mix? Or do you go more podcast?
Yeah.
Always podcast.
Always podcast.
Almost never will I listen to music in the car. Isn't that so weird? And like I'm a singer. Like that's so weird, bizarre. Yeah, I mean,
you're a podcast master too.
Thank you.
Is that what kind of like? Is that what got you into like wanting to do your own podcast too?
Yeah.
Like just like the love for it.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I was actually listening to a podcast on the drive here to like hype me up.
That makes sense though. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like I always like try to take little notes. Like, oh, I love how he asked this question, or I like how he segued. Like
that makes sense.
I always try to like take mental notes and try to like perfect it and everything like that.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I feel like people gravitate towards one. I think that's true. Podcast versus music. It's like, you know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I guess because
that's cool.
One,
that's cool. That's such another realm of art and then music.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know, kind of gets thrown together sometimes.
Yeah, right.
It's like I don't know.
Well, that's why I kind of liked sampling some of like the listeners' original songs because you got the music and the talking.
That is cool.
Which I liked. Like
that's
combining the both of them because I can't play other people's music because it would be copyrighted. But if it's original music, then it's okay. And like if I have you guys on you know,
so cool.
then I won't get in trouble.
We sue you.
Yeah, right.
We're like, no, couldn't.
Yeah. So I do feel like Adele has that same style of like standing doesn't really do a lot of tricks. She's like a belter kind of style.
Yeah.
I feel like she might be a little bit of an introverted performer, but I want to hear what you guys think. I also asked Emmy the same question. What she said. So she's been getting some controversy from saying this. So she said, I don't like being famous. I love that I get to make music all the time whenever I want and people are receptive to it, and I like it because that's pretty unimaginable. But that never happens to people. She added, but the fame side of it, I absolutely hate. I miss everything about before all this had happened.
Wow.
Did you say that recently too?
Yeah, I think it was recently. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it does make sense that she would. I mean, not that I know her personally, but yeah, from the way she, performs in her songs, like, it's not like, oh, that's so shocking, right?
Yeah, but, like I feel like a lot of people like are saying like, oh, like boo-hoo, you're a celebrity, like don't whine about it. But I could totally see how someone would get sick of the fame.
Oh, definitely, like right, no privacy, or at least a feeling of no privacy. For a lot of things that would be private if you're not famous.
Like, isn't there videos sometimes of like Justin Bieber being like, "This is my house, guys."
Yeah, like cursing everyone out.
and you're always like, "Oh, come on!" But yeah, I could see like that getting that way. It's probably hard if you're not famous to know what exactly that would feel like.
Yeah,
I don't know. And then,
right, and it's like everyone gets upset, but you don't know the exact feeling. And I guess people are seeing it as like, but you have a lot of money and people would want that, but
I'm guessing Adele probably wasn't someone who was like, oh, I need to be famous. Probably, her love of like singing and being able to do that. And some people just like, wait, I gotta be famous. So then you're eating that up, right? And some people I could see you're just like, well, that's why I'm doing it for people. So they eat that up on like others who aren't feeling that way. So you're like, oh, I can't take this. Everyone's in my life. Everyone's all over. I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like Whitney Houston was kind of the same way because I saw like in an interview, like Bobby Brown, her husband at the time, was like, my wife, she doesn't want the fame. Like all she wants to do is sing. Like that's all she cares about. Like she does like you know what I mean? Like of course like I mean like of course she's like appreciative, right, of the fans and everything, but the fame is not really that important. Like that's what he said. Like wasn't like he was the one like taking pictures with fans and doing all that. And she was kind of just like, I'm here to sing. So I could totally see that.
Like, do you feel like you would like being on like that kind of display like Adele is? Like, would you like that kind of thing, or no? Would you be more like, I don't need to be that.
Yeah. So again, like it would be more for the like euphoric experience.
Oh yes.
Like
I
would.
That makes sense. That stays true.
Like, I would love to sing for, like, thousands and thousands of people. Like, that would be amazing. Like, the feeling from that. But then afterwards, the social part, I'd be like, I'm good.
That makes sense.
Not in, like, a rude way, but just like, nah. Like, I don't know about all the social and the fame part of it all. But just that feeling of, like, singing for a lot of people, like, being in a stadium, that's what I crave more. Than like the social part.
I think that's cool though, because when you think about it, like that's actually what it is. Like the fame part is all the extra noise of
stuff, right?
Yeah, like I mean, it's cool to connect with people, I guess, outside of the art and the music or whatever it is you're famous for, but that's what's cool about it, right? Like that moment that you share with people, and it's through the singing or the playing, and you're really passionate about that. And it's like the other parts, it's like, what's the point of this? Like we're supposed to.
Weren't you joking if we were like, something like that on the road, you wouldn't be able to come out of the van after a while?
I'm like, like how long would it take for me to just like not be able to see anybody?
It just like makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does.
So draining, right?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
It's a whole nother entity than the actual performing and art and what you're doing, right?
It is.
It's a completely different side of it, right? Talking to people and
I could see like if you're like, okay, doing music, like your intention is to meet people and like gather, say fans and like, oh, I just would like love to talk to them, about it. I guess it's a different vibe than be like, nah, I like to sing. I want the euphoric feeling of singing up there. Like, oh my God, if people like it, that's really cool. Yeah. And then it's like, well, but that's going to be, like it's hard to give all that energy all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. That makes sense. That really makes sense.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree. So what do you think the main message that you want your listeners to take away from your music, would you say? I know you already kind of talked about the beautify kind of
Yeah.
element. Yeah.
That's so good. I think it definitely is change. Like it
Mhm.
always evolves as
always
we
evolves,
evolve. But right now,
Yeah.
my latest is I play really
Mhm.
to express love for myself.
Mhm.
And playing the drums and being in the band with Matt is a
Mhm.
way to really hone in on that kindness and love and respect I have for myself and to express it in like the rawest form. And that's why I don't get too specific on how I actually play the drums
Mhm.
because I just want to play to be free and to support myself in a way.
Mhm.
And I think by doing that, I can have the power to spread love to other people.
Yeah.
And then it kind of grows beyond that as it keeps going, right?
Yeah.
So that's my latest thing.
Yeah.
Love for myself.
I love
to get that to
It
others.
goes into like the self-love, right?
Yeah, self-love, right. But Matt's is a little
Yeah.
different, right?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I'd say that I like to think to give people, I don't know, the power of being like, you're your own badass kind of person. You can lead
Mhm.
yourself. You don't really need others' advice. Like, do what you want and don't let others bring you down, really, and
Mhm.
try to take so much from you. And I don't know, you're like, that's why I like doing this a lot because it's like, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
like when you're, through the music, I like to live like, you got the power. You can do what you want to do and like make that happen, and just, I don't know, get hype, feel good. And it just like,
Yeah.
you can accomplish what you want and just like don't let other people tell you otherwise. That's what I'd like to say through the music.
Yeah,
Element of it
really.
is like, you got this. Here we go.
Totally, like
Yeah.
boils down
Like-
to
Mhm.
helping others, like
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
whatever form we can do that best.
Yeah,
in
with
whatever route we individually take different routes, but we
Yes, and like it
we
all
land
comes
at
like
the
that
same
inclusiveness,
conclusion.
self-love,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
everyone's included. No one, one's left out. Like
Yeah.
you're all equal part of this. Everyone's valuable. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
like you to get like you have value,
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
others make you feel like you don't.
I love that. That's such a great message.
Yeah.
Self-love, empowerment,
Mm.
all of that stuff is
Yeah.
great. And I think it's so empowering and loving yourself when you're allowing yourself to follow like what you want to do, which is
Yeah.
music, and giving yourself that space to do it. I think that's such a
Yeah.
scary thing to do, like, oh, like I want to give it a shot. Like
Yeah.
that's the most like loving thing you can do for yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah, I really-
like
Yeah.
giving yourself that shot.
Yeah, it was definitely, and like not, I don't know, for myself too, like graduating school and then like doing work, and I'm like, I'm like I'm only 22. I'm like, I don't like this. I want to try music, and now being 28, it's like this has been cool to get to attempt that for all those years, and being like it's our 4th summer of doing it. It's like, wow, that's cool to get to do that, and be like, all right, trying to go for something and keep doing it and like enjoying it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I've learned so much about myself, about other
Mhm.
people. I always say that, but this journey has been
Yeah.
right. Nothing short of exciting and just like learn. I
Yeah.
feel like I've learned so much
Yeah.
about so many different things. I mean, that's
Mhm.
big, but
No, it's true.
we all
Yeah.
know what I mean.
And then I was like, there's no regrets, That's the cool part about it, not being like, oh man, I wish I tried that. I wish I didn't do it. It's like, nah, you get to just want to do it, and that's what I think is cool too.
Yeah. Exactly. So, just for everyone, where can we find your music online?
Everywhere.
Well,
It is everywhere. Good. I
all
want to make
streaming
sure.
platforms.
All platforms, Simple Reality, right?
Simple reality. Yes, we're gonna release new stuff soon.
Yeah, we got some
Some
cool new
studio
stuff
sessions
coming out. It should be fun.
Yeah.
I hope people will enjoy that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
you better enjoy
You better
it,
enjoy it. Come on.
or we're gonna take it off.
Yeah. Or
Just
we'll-
get weird.
Or we're gonna pull it. Yeah.
Do you guys have any like upcoming gigs, like in person performing, or just working on like putting it on like on platforms right now?
Let's see. No shows. What do we have coming up? We got.
I have no idea. Matt keeps the
Yeah.
schedule.
We're playing. We should be playing one show in near our like on Long Island, where our like near our hometown of Long Island. I would say
Yeah.
hometown show, but
Yeah.
but it just goes like literally
Shout
is,
out
right?
the Cavaliers.
Shout out the Cavaliers, because literally basically a hometown show that we've never got to do. So that'll be really fun. Like it should be like a backyard type of show. We're gonna do that
Oh,
soon.
fun.
So I'm excited for that.
Nice.
That'd be really cool. We just played the Catskills
Oh,
recently.
we're
That was a
playing
lot of fun.
Albany, right? Or
Oh yes, Albany.
Rensselaer?
Yes, in Rensselaer.
Is
Yes,
that
if we're saying that right. Sorry, Albany, if we're not. But August 30th, we're gonna get to go back up there, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Nice,
Excited
nice.
to do that.
And that'll be on your Instagram, like the updates and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we get a
Simple
poster.
Reality Instagram.
Yeah, we should get to do that.
give us a follow.
Give us a
follow
follow.
you right
Come
back.
on.
Come on.
Yeah, we
Let's
follow.
not mess around. Let's follow each other.
We follow everybody back. It's not one of those things, like, well, you follow us, and we want to boost ourselves and not follow you back. We don't do that.
If anything, we'll follow you without you following
Well,
us.
we want to have more people we're following than followers. It's so much more fun.
Of course. And you guys have a really impressive Instagram following.
Oh,
You do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do. You have a lot.
Oh, thank
You
you.
do.
Oh my
Thanks so
God.
much.
Yes.
But absolutely, go follow them.
Yes.
Simple Reality on Instagram.
And we have to
Absolutely.
follow Michele. of
Follow
course.
Laugh Often Pod
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
right
Left
now.
Often
If
Pod.
you're not.
I also will follow everyone
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay updated on the episodes.
Yes.
Have you guys heard of the book It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover?
No, you've been putting that up on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Right, lately. No, I haven't seen. Is that a movie too now?
Yeah. So it comes out on
Yeah.
Friday, so I'm gonna go see it.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's good. I've read the book, so
Nice.
I always love to see a
Yeah.
movie after I read the
Oh,
book.
that's
That's like the
always
best.
fun.
That's like the best thing ever.
Is anyone cool in it? Who's
Blake Lively.
What?
Yeah.
coolest.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like
Love
my
her.
hero.
That's a must,
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
my
yeah.
god.
Yeah.
You definitely have to tell us how that is.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll have
really,
to see it. You think we can see it without reading the book?
or not?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you
like,
can,
if
Is
okay.
it
Yeah,
one of those that
absolutely.
we should have read it?
No, I mean, you can go see it. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll pretend like we read the book.
Yeah.
We have to do that, right? 'Cause that's,
Oh, I'm excited.
And then you guys can come back on. We could do the
I
book
was gonna
talk.
say, and
we
you
could do the talk.
Oh yeah, and you do the
Yeah.
book talk, right? Is that
Mm-hmm.
you just watch the movie, read the book, and then you jump on? With
Yeah, like a Zoom call. So I'm gonna get everybody to
Yeah.
come on and like everyone talk
Oh.
about. But if you just saw the movie, you could come on too. So you guys
Oh,
can
okay,
come
so-
on back.
We gotta
Okay.
jump on. Yeah.
Yes.
So go see it this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blake Lively.
Oh yeah, if we see it this weekend, we can jump on.
Yeah.
Everybody
Okay.
see it this weekend,
Everyone
so you
go
can jump on.
see it.
Yeah,
If you wanna jump on.
exactly.
We might be there. We might-
Right.
We don't
If
know.
not, I'll have you guys on another time.
Yeah,
No worries.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Is what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much. This was so fun.
So cool.
Thank you for making the trip. I really appreciate it.
course. Thank you so
This is
much
so
for having
cool.
us. Can't say that enough.
Yes.
Of course.
Love
Oh,
being here.
And I was gonna ask actually too. Do
Mhm.
you have a message too, like with the podcast, like that you want to deliver to people too with that, like as like with the music and stuff? How we're like, seeing that. Does
Yeah.
that work that way with podcasts? Is that the same kind of thing? Like you have like a certain
Message.
Yeah, you want to deliver to people? Is it, I don't know. I wonder if people ask that. back.
Yeah,
It's
no.
interesting.
I
know.
think just honestly just spreading like positivity.
Mm.
I know that's cliche.
No, but it's great.
But
Not at
even
all.
like to get just somebody's mind off of something if they're having a bad
Yeah.
day, something to listen to when they're folding laundry,
Yes.
going for a walk, helping them just get motivated because
Yeah.
I'll listen to podcasts when I'm grocery shopping, when I'm
Yes.
doing laundry, when I'm in the car, when I'm walking, when I'm running. So just something to help pass the time for people
Yeah.
and make people laugh. Yeah, that's
love that.
that's really
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
beautiful.
cool.
I
I
love
love
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
So cool.
Laugh often.
Yeah.
Laugh often. Best
Let's
best
go.
podcast.
Oh
We're
my
laughing.
gosh, thank
We're
you so
laughing
much.
often.
If you're not listening to
Woo.
this podcast, I don't know what podcast you're listening to.
Stop listening
This
to all other
is where it
podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you guys so
Yes.
much.
No, thank
Simple
you.
Reality, all platforms.
Yes.
Check them out on Instagram. Stay updated on their gigs. Check them out on Spotify,
Yes.
all platforms. Check them out. Thank you guys so much, and we'll do this again soon.
Yes, thank you for having
Yay,
us.
Can't
It's
wait.
so exciting.
Take care.
Yes.